folks, it's your friend Fishing with Tom. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my guideline to using hooks and hook selection for catfish. Now, when I'm targeting catfish, there's two hook categories I'm using. I don't use treble hooks. Here's a little disclaimer. I either use an octopus hook or a circle hook. Generally speaking, I'm going to use the circle hook probably 9 times out of 10. Probably more than 9 times out of 10. Maybe 97, 98% of the time. Now, the reason why I'm so big into circle hooks is the connection you're making between your line and your fish is a lot better with a circle hook, because you're not hooking in their mouth, you're not hooking the corner of their lips, you're reeling into the corner of their mouth where it's hard cartilage and hard bone. And when you make that connection, they're not going anywhere. I might have lost one fish over the past 5 years on a circle hook, but that was more than likely user error. I use the larger sizes, like the 8/0 team catfish I have right here, when I'm fishing probably a 5 or 6 inch bluegill for flathead cats and blue catfish. And I'll also go anywhere down to a size 2.5, maybe 3.5, sometimes 5.5 when I'm fishing with a piece of cut bait, or if I'm fishing with a piece of prepared bait like my Jello and chicken recipe or my hot dog and Kool-Aid recipe. And for the smaller sizes, I've got these cheap Eagle Claw laser sharp needlepoint deep sea circle hooks. These are $1.50 a bag. You get 7 hooks a bag. These are quality hooks if you can find them at your local Walmart. They helped me catch quite a few last year. I've used Mustads. I've used VMCs also. These are quality hooks as well. And the Berkeley Fusion circle hooks. I'm a big fan of circle hooks, obviously. If you've paid any attention to my YouTube or my Twitter over the past couple of years, circle hook nut right here. The shirt might as well say, hey, I'm a circle hook freak. Just because I use them so much. I believe in ethical fishing where I don't want to have to hurt the fish if I can avoid it. And with the circle hook, plain and simple, I'm hooking the corner of their mouth, just like that. Removing the hook, and they're swimming free. I don't got to go digging in the back of their mouth for a treble hook or a bait holder hook or anything else. Now, I do fish octopus hooks a little bit, but like everything else, they have their time and place. When I'm float fishing in rivers, under dams, or if I'm drift fishing and I want to get a quick hook set right around their mouth, I'll use an octopus hook, plain and simple. But if I'm bait fishing, whether it be live or dead, around anything, I'm letting them take it, and I'm going to pin the corner of their mouth and really get a chance at them. That's why I use octopus hooks most of the time, but you have to find out whatever works for you. If I'm fishing still, if I have the choice on what I'm going to fish, most of the time it's going to be a circle hook. But sometimes there are situations where if I'm drifting and I have a quick reaction time and I have to get to that fish really quick, the octopus hook is what I'm going to use, plain and simple. But like I've said, more than 9 times out of 10, I'm using the circle hook. Live bait, dead bait, prepared baits, it's what I got going on here. And those are the only 2 hooks I use. A lot of people ask me, why don't you use trebles? And I'm like, well, when that fish hits your bait and that puts that treble hook somewhere in its mouth, I've got to go digging inside the fish to remove that hook. I don't necessarily like doing that because sometimes it might cause bleeding, it might wound the fish. And if I can avoid that, why not? Definitely. I've lost very few fish on circle hooks over the past couple of years, and I've seen it get kind of messy when unhooking catfish with a treble hook, and that's just something I'm not a big fan of or I want to be a part of. So that's what I got going on in my catfish tackle box. If there's a hook you recommend or something I'm missing here, let me know in the comments below. I know some catfish anglers, they're starting to fish with kale hooks a little bit more. That's something I really don't know a whole lot about or really have dabbled into. I know a lot of catfish guys, the only thing they've used are circle hooks for the past, 20 years or so. And a lot of these hooks are hooks I'll also use saltwater fishing too. So you keep them around, keep them clean, keep them dry. It's what I got going on in my box. Well, thank you for watching Fishing with Dom. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you, the viewer. If there's anything you'd like to see me cover in a future episode of Fishing with Dom, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Take care, folks. Have a great day.